Hi, welcome back for another book review. Today I'm going to review The Last Unicorn by Peter S. Beagle, and I am really excited for this one because I loved the movie, and I watched the movie later on in my life. It wasn't something I grew up with, but I just fell in love with it, and it always was near and dear to my heart since watching it, and I figured the book would be very much the same, and I was right. They're not the same comparatively, like step by step. There's a lot more that happens in the books and some like turns and twists that they take that are different than in the movie. But as in being near and dear to my heart, that was the same. Now, The Last Unicorn is about quite literally the last unicorn as she goes on a journey to find out what happened to her fellow brethren, which is kind of like a journey that is like, it feels like it follows kind of like a metaphorical, poetical slash kind of literal journey. It's like this beautiful culmination of all those things that makes you feel like you're going through this kind of surreal journey with The Last Unicorn. Most books kind of have a very specific split where they either choose to be quite literal or they choose to be quite poetic, or they have designated sections in their book for both. But to have a book that is just kind of both mixed in together, where you feel like you're in a dream, is absolutely beautiful and amazing and kind of refreshing, especially if you want to venture out into literary differences and don't just want to stick to like the same kind of standard type of writing. Puzzling out what everything is supposed to symbolize and mean and whatnot. Some of it is a little more on the nose, more obvious as to what things are supposed to mean. Other things are a little less obvious, a little more ambiguous, and kind of seem multi-dimensional. And the characters are also really interesting in that they seem very like one-dimensional, but not in like a boring way, but very in a upfront, this is who I am as a character type of way. And it's like boldly honest in a way that I don't feel like would register as being like how we normal humans interact, or present ourselves. So it's really interesting, the way I feel like Beagle like layers symbolism and like that everything kind of has an extra meaning on top of it, as well as kind of just the brutal honesty, especially of the human characters, just to the point where I feel like everything has a role and is supposed to kind of give an impression more than a here's what things are, how they are. I think they're more just kind of like little bursts of images of how things are being presented, and it's really beautiful, and it really means a lot to me because I feel like there's a lot of themes here that are like explored in a very beautiful way, such as like loss of innocence and like what the loss of innocence does to us as humans as we grow older. Do we become more greedy and bitter and, just toxic, or do we become, more resigned in that loss of innocence and kind of just grow sad and, but loving and caring? Or, are we kind of, never were in contact with that innocence, and so we feel a little more selfish. It's really interesting to see how all the characters come up and interact with the symbol of innocence, which is the unicorn, and even the own unicorn's journey throughout, learning what it means to be human in a way that still feels very fae-like and feels still otherworldly. It's just a beautiful, interesting book, and if you want to play around with a lot of themes and you want to play around with a lot of symbolism and kind of like piece out and like kind of just figure out what different bits mean to you or even to the writer, I highly suggest that this is a book for you to pick up. It has a lovely ending. Apparently there's other books in the same universe, but I think this is a completely standalone novel on its own, and I love it. And it's, like I said, it's so near to and dear to me because we all kind of go through this period where things stop making sense. Like, we grow up thinking, oh, everything's supposed to be good. Like, there's good people in the world, and, you know, everything that is good and evil is black and white. And then you, like, kind of learn that that's not so the case. And then you, like, if you come up against, like, real evil, sometimes you might just be like, I don't get it. I don't get how people can do something like that, something so heinous, something so evil, something so unconscionable. And so we all go through like a period where we lose touch of like innocence, and we like understand that we're not even that innocent ourselves. And it's definitely a journey, and I think this book definitely goes down those themes that are so ingrained in a deeper part of ourself that it's just a really beautiful book to have as a sort of self-reflection, or even just a reflection of like what it means to be human through the lens of like an otherworldly concept, such as like a unicorn or like the Fae realm or anything like that. It's written like a novel but also poetry. It's a beautifully done book, and I would love to read it again. If you guys want to tell me your thoughts about the book, I am more than happy to listen to them. I want to see what you guys got out of it, how you guys explored it, what it meant to you, if it was special to you like it is to me. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.